Hi guys, so I've got a wedding dress here, and if you've been on my channel for a while, you would have seen a video I posted a few months ago. It was a wedding dress haul video, and if you didn't see that, I'll put the link in the description box below. But all it basically was me showing a whole bunch of wedding dresses. I was lucky enough to be in the right place at the right time, and I was at an op shop, a well-known one here in Australia. It's a charity, and I actually overheard the manager discussing with another employee or volunteer there that the wedding dresses were taking up too much room. They had two huge racks along one wall, and they were planning on scrapping them because they were not getting sold and they had been there for so long. And the thought of these going in the bin, yeah, I had to I had to rescue them. So these are rescue wedding dresses, and I was lucky enough to get, I can't even remember now, but there's at least 30 wedding dresses, I think, and some of them are you know, not as embellished as others, but a lot of them are like this: beautiful lace, beadwork, appliques, gorgeous satin material, you know, beautiful bows. Anyway, and my plan was to cut them up and you know, use them for crafts. But yeah, I have cut a few up and used bits here and there, but they have been sitting in my spare room taking up a lot of space. As you can imagine, each dress is like huge and puffy and puffy and fluffy, and so you can imagine a pile of 30 of them. My husband and I joke that it's the Snowy Mountains, and if you're an Australian, you'll know the Snowy Mountains. But yeah, they're taking up a lot of room, and I really need to get rid of them. So I'm going to be putting in my Etsy shop some, I don't know what you call it, grab bags, or I don't know, remnant packs or mystery packs or whatever. But basically what they will be is just pieces from wedding dresses. And when I say pieces, it could be lace, appliques, material, it could be bows, buttons, pretty much whatever you find on a wedding dress. Sorry, I'm just going to chop off a tag because I don't want to name the charity that was going to scrap these. But anyway, yeah, I had to save them. I couldn't bear the thought of these going into landfill, and it's such a shame because people donate these in good faith that you know, they will be sold for charity. And to the amount of stuff that charities now throw away because they can't sell, they just have too much stuff, you know, wedding dresses, books, you name it. But you know, I think sometimes they just price them way too high. This particular dress, I think it had a $300 price tag on it, and while that may be cheap for a wedding dress, they need to remember that, one, it's secondhand. A lot of them, once the dress is worn, you know, a lot of them have some wear and tear around the bottom. This one isn't too bad, but there is a little hole there, and there's another little hole, you know. And if you're a bride, you don't actually, this one's got quite a few holes. Look at that. And if you're a bride, you know, you don't want to have a holy dress on your wedding day. You know, it's a special day, and a lot of them have some scuffing around the bottom as the dress is dragging on the ground when it was worn. And, you know, frayed edges from the lace rubbing on the ground, and they could be a bit dirty along the bottom. But a lot of the dresses are also brand new. They still have the original price tags on them. So it's a terrible waste, and I think op shops, especially the charity op shop, should be maybe just charge less and people will buy them. Like, I know if this was reasonably priced, you know, crafters would be snatching them up for sure. But, you know, you don't want to pay $300 for a dress because, you know, if you make a journal out of this, the journal is going to, you know, cost you so much. But anyway, so yeah, selling a secondhand wedding dress for $300, and some are even priced $400. Yeah, it's just a wrong move on their part. I know they want to make money, but you've got to sell stuff to make money. And if you overprice stuff like these, you're not going to sell them. And you know, they've got to remember, one, there's damage to the dress. Two, if you do buy one, you'll have to get it dry cleaned, and to get a wedding dress dry cleaned, that's a couple of $100s in itself. And then you may have to pay for some alterations to get it, you know, fitted. So while $300 for a wedding dress may seem cheap, it may end up costing you, you know, another $300 or more to get it cleaned and altered. So yeah, I think if they price them cheaper, people will buy them, and you'll also open up the market to crafters and not just people wanting to buy a wedding dress. But anyway, that's enough of my rambling. And I've actually brought a few dresses into my craft room, which was a massive task in itself because I don't have a lot of room in here. And these dresses are huge. And I've kicked Clive out because, oh my God, these dresses excite Clive so much. He wants to just jump on them all the time. I don't know why. He loves the sparklies, so I've kicked him out. But anyway, I just picked a few off the top of my pile to show you. So when I cut them up, these packs, some may be small pieces, you know, small appliques, some may be larger pieces. I don't know, you may find a whole sleeve in there. I don't know really until I go to cut the dress up, because they're all made differently and some are more work than others to pull apart. A lot of them, quite surprisingly, I haven't looked at this one yet, but a lot of them, when they sew the appliques on, they just use one big thread for like a whole massive piece, so that if you snip it over here, a piece over there may fall apart eventually. So some require a bit of work of putting some hot glue on the back of the dress, on the threading, so that the beading work doesn't come off. Yeah, so something like this, a lot of the dresses, they would use one thread for the whole thing. I mean, yeah, saves them time, but too bad to the bride that might snag a thread and then all the beading comes off. But anyway, so the packs will be a mixture of big pieces, little pieces, any piece of wedding dresses, lace appliques, beading, trims, whatever's on the dress pretty much. And it's kind of a potluck. So I'll give you a few examples of some of the stuff that may be in there. So this dress is one of them. So you may find some buttons in there as well. Sorry, I've got other fabric bits everywhere. So you've got some dangles like this, really, really pretty. The camera doesn't do it justice as well because my room is a bit dark. It's a bit overcast today, but you can see, like, they're really beautiful. And these would look gorgeous, gorgeous on journal covers. Some of the dresses are cream or ivory, some are white. There's beautiful lace down the bottom. Okay, so that's one. I'm just going to show you a few just so you can get some ideas of what may be in the pack. goodness. So they're so hard to move about, these dresses. Some are newer than others. There are some vintage ones in there. Like, look at this one. This one is absolutely beautiful. This one has thick cotton appliques, almost like crocheted. Just really, really beautiful. Like, can you imagine this going into landfill? Breaks my heart. So please, I know when some people hear, oh, chopping up wedding dresses, they have a little fit. Please don't leave me comments about chopping up wedding dresses. These are rescue dresses. I saved them. If I didn't buy them, they'd be in landfill right now. Look at these. So gorgeous. The op shops need to remember as well, a lot of these dresses are out of fashion, you know. The style is just a bit old, and so, you know. Really gorgeous. Look at that. So, depending on how the dress has been put together, sometimes I can remove the appliques in one piece, like they may have been sewn onto some tulle. Sometimes they're sewn directly onto the dress, and sometimes they're not sewn, but they've got some sort of bonding material. I don't know, if you're a seamstress, you might know what it is. So sometimes I can remove the applique whole. Sometimes I may cut around it. Sometimes I'll just cut a whole square, so the applique may still be attached to satin or whatever. Anyway, that's another one. And the skirt has this beautiful rose beadwork appliques all around it, and the bottom of the dress. Sorry, I know it's hard to get a sense of what it's like because this dress is just massive. And you're so close up on camera, but I just want to show you some of the lace and applique on the dresses. I think I only brought 5 in to show you, so these won't be the only ones in the packs. So this dress, for example, was quite plain. It just had this around the waist, so nothing on the skirt. The skirt is plain. But look at this. Look at that bling. So gorgeous. It's so shiny, so sparkly. Like, I just love it. It makes this one makes me think of JD the other day when you said that dress was like a princess dress. But yeah, see, this one, it looks like I will be able to get that whole band off. It's actually just coming apart like that. But before I do, I'd want to make sure the little bling and the bead and the sequins are all sewn separately, because yeah, some of them are quite bodgy the way they sew them. I guess they just do it as cheap as they can. But they are beautiful. Look at that. So gorgeous. So even this bunching, see how that's bunched? That would look beautiful on like a shabby chic journal, and then pieces on top. I keep meaning to make some, but I just haven't got around to it. Or I keep putting it off. Look, isn't that gorgeous? Even that little piece is beautiful. I love dangly, you know, bling on the front of journal covers. Okay, so that's that one. This one has some bling as well. The ones with the corset style are the hardest to pull apart. Look at this, isn't that gorgeous? I just love it. So anyway, I'm thinking of making some larger packs. Yeah, see, this one still has the price tag from the shop originally. Hasn't been worn. Yeah, so I'm thinking of doing some maybe $20 packs. I was thinking maybe $10 packs and $20 packs or whatever, but knowing me, I'll just end up making them all $20 packs anyway. So yeah, I think I may just do them as $20 packs, but I'll make sure that there's a good variety of stuff in there. Look at that, this bit, isn't that gorgeous? Yeah, I'll make sure there's a good variety of lace appliques, you know, bits from different dresses. So if you got a pack, you wouldn't just get pieces from this one dress. I would make sure there's a big variety of dresses so that everyone gets a good mix. And I'd like to make them good value as well, because I need to get rid of these dresses. My goodness, they take up so much room. I love this one. Okay, so that's that one. This one has some flowers as well, so you may get pieces like this as well. Heaps of tulle wedding dress material. Actually, the wedding dress material coffee dyes really, really well. I have done some coffee dyeing of it, and I use it for things like making rustic or vintagey looking flowers. Flowers and embellishments and stuff like that. This one is gorgeous as well. Look at this one. This has silver beading as well. Little flowers. And look at this sleeve. The whole sleeve is just appliques. So beautiful. Oh, sorry. I'm looking at them and I'm not checking if I'm even on camera. Sorry. Look, isn't that gorgeous? I really love them. And yeah, it is a shame to cut them up, but the alternate, going to landfill, yeah, I'd rather chop them up and they go into someone's book of memories than in a hole in the ground. Even this, look at the buttons like that. So gorgeous. See, this is what I mean where they use one lot of threading. See, on this side, you've got an applique here and another one here. These are separate little appliques. Then on the back, they hand stitch it on and they just do long threads. Like, look, this is one stitch along, then they've looped it over and then gone to the next flower. So if you were to cut this to get one little applique, the beading would also then come off on this one. So what I have to do, if I wanted separate appliques, or if I wanted to cut these as 3 appliques, I'd have to put some hot glue, a drizzle of hot glue on the back to hold the threading down, so that when you cut around, you know, the netting or tulle or whatever this fabric is, it doesn't cut the stitching, the connecting stitching like this. Otherwise, the little beads and sequins fall off the next one. And it's amazing. Some of the dresses are so beautiful like this, and you find that it's just one big stitch for, like, you know, 10 appliques or something. And that one around the bottom of the dress as well. Like, this is really big, so there's my big man hand, and look how long that piece is. So beautiful. Oh, this particular one has the biggest skirt. It's got layers and layers of fabric and tulle, but look at this. Isn't that beautiful? I love the ones with the yellow type sequins and beads in them. Really gorgeous. So see, this one has it's not little separate appliques. It's kind of been stitched onto the fabric, and then there's sequins and bling separate. So this would be something I would cut as a bigger piece. But even along the collar, look at that. That would make beautiful trim on a journal. I'm not girly, but I really love the wedding dresses. Look at the back, so gorgeous. All the leaves. Each leaf has little sequins and beads. And then around the bottom of this skirt, it's got that same leaf pattern with the vines. So pretty. I'm thinking of also, because there's so much satin and tulle, I'm thinking of also putting some, maybe packs of coffee dyed satin in you know, dress material in my shop, because it comes up really pretty, and I don't know if that's something anyone would be interested in, but I might put a couple of packs and see how it goes. But look at this. That's like a big bow. But look at the work, the sequins over, the appliques over top. All little sequins and beads. So pretty. Some dresses, they're so big, it's like hard to even know where to start to cut it up. Okay. Sorry, I thought I only brought 5 in. I must have brought in more than I thought. This one's really pretty. Look at this one. I love when they have the dangling beads like this. So pretty. Like even that little piece on a journal. This one's super sparkly and shiny. Look at all those little beads. Ding, ding, ding. Wonder how they're stitched on. Probably one big thread. See, this is onto some tulle on top. It's not actually straight onto the dress. And then down here, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And the skirt has all these separate. It's so hard to show. Okay, that's that one. Yeah, this one has really beautiful satin, soft and shiny. Okay, I think this is the last one. Yep. Okay, this is the last one. Oops, my camera's about to cut off. Oops, sorry. Took too long again. This was going to be a really quick video, you know. Okay, sorry. Let me just zoom down a little. Okay, took too long and my camera cut off. This is the last dress, sorry, that I brought in to show you. And this one is really beautiful. Look, I love these little dingle dangles. This one has a lot of beads on it. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? And the sleeve. Okay, and the skirt, it's got flowers, lace over top, and this one has beautiful soft gorgeous satin. I love the feel of it. And down the bottom. Okay, so those were just a few samples of what's in the pile. So I hope you got kind of an idea of what may be in your pack. Could be small pieces, could be large pieces, could be appliques, lace, material, buttons, flowers. Whatever you find on the dress is what will be in the packs. I'll try and do a mix as best I can, and I'll try to make them as good value as I possibly can. I'll probably do $20 packs. I haven't decided at this stage, but I think that's what I'll go with. Just because doing a $20 pack, I can put more in it than a $10 pack. And yeah, I really need to get rid of these dresses. And that's it. So I'll have those in my shop sometime shortly after this video is posted. And what else? If you've got any questions, yeah, just ask. Message me if there's anything you want in particular, like you want a whole lot of wedding dress material or tulle, or you know, something very specific. Yeah, just message me through Etsy is the best place, because you know, I get a notification straight away on my phone when I get a message on Etsy. Facebook, I'm not so good with Facebook. I don't have it on my phone. I just log in on my laptop, you know, once at the end of the day or something like that. So yeah, if you want something specific that's not just the normal pack that I'm going to put up, just message me through Etsy and I can do you a separate listing. So pretty. Okay, that's it. I think nothing else to show. I just want to really make it clear that they're pieces of anything on the dress, okay? So don't think that you're only going to get lace and appliques. You may get a piece of a sleeve or a bodice, or I don't know. It really depends on how I cut that particular dress up. I don't want to put too much time into each dress because I want to keep the price down as low as I can. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, and if you didn't see the original haul video, yeah, go check it out. The link is